The two-time DP World Tour winner Matt Fitzpatrick has set his sights on what could be his third championship win. Tied for the most wins with 3 other players, the Englishman is looking to set the record for the most wins in the championship. In this video, we're going to talk about the build-up towards what could be a record-setting event for the Englishman. So stay tuned to find out. Starting off, no nerves for Matt Fitzpatrick over the build-up of this event. In an interview with New York Times, Matt was asked how he felt about this tournament, and his answer was very calm and assuring. He said that he was looking forward to the tournament, as he enjoys playing in it and also tends to perform well while he's at it. He added that he definitely feels more relaxed when comparing it to the previous 2 times he won the tournament. Coming up from some time off while looking forward to the end of the season, he says that his mind and body are in a good place and that he's ready to finish strong. Up next is Matt's relationship with his rival, Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy, who is also a 2-time winner of the DP World Tour, is going toe-to-toe with Matt in this year's tournament, making it a race for who gets to the record first. When talking about his relationship with his supposed rival, Matt only had good things to say about him. He said that he thinks Rory is great. Here in Florida, where Matt currently lives, he frequently encounters the Irishman. He believes that over the past few years, their relationship has deepened. While they don't play golf together very often, mainly because Matt doesn't play that much at this course, he said that they've had some great conversations regardless. Mike then concluded by commenting on Rory's form this season. He said that Rory is having one of the best golfing seasons of his life, and that going up against him will be difficult. But if he had to pick a golf course to play against him, he would choose this one. It's a course where he's played well as well. So we may be expecting a lot of thrills. Coming up, Matt's experience with Netflix. The Englishman is set to be a part of Netflix's upcoming documentary featuring behind-the-scenes life on the PGA Tour. When asked about his experience of getting filmed, he said that he was kind of nervous. He said that this was completely unique to him. What they really wanted from him was to go about his normal life and create material that came naturally to him. He then exposed the struggles he had faced during filming, saying that having kids around at first was a pain, but things improved as time went on. Although he initially felt like he needed to plan out his responses, in the end, he felt at ease. Although he didn't think he was planning on saying something too outrageous, he did believe that it was safe for him to just be himself. Moving on. How did winning the US Open affect him? It's definitely a confidence boost, Matt proclaimed. He said that he's capable of winning a major under pressure, and he's shown himself that. After realizing what he's been doing for the past 3 to 4 years is sufficient to bring himself where he wants to be, which is a major accomplishment for him. He concluding that this was the main part that sort of caught his attention, realizing that he doesn't need to adjust how he plays the game or take any severe measures. It has simply benefited him to chip away gradually. Next, Matt's career earnings are at an all-time high.
Go, Matty!
This is tugged. A little bit left.
With his exceptional performance this year, Matt earned a whopping $7 million this year. Considering that this was half of his entire career earnings so far, this was a very prolific year for him. When asked how a good season like this has affected him, he said that the big thing for him was learning to value his time. He further explained that one needs to find the balance, and this is all new to him and that everything has changed. He feared that he would end up like those people who win some majors and all of a sudden their life changes so much. They're flying private everywhere and enjoying it so much they forget that they're still trying to play golf. He's trying to balance that, trying to make sure that he's still working hard, as well as switching off but not getting too carried away. Finally, addressing his loss last year.
And he's got out.
It was a beautiful finale in his opinion. He truly believed that he performed well on that last day and throughout the entire weekend, just merely got unlucky with one hole. He then concluded that this was a learning experience for him and that he's learned to let things go more as time passes by. Now let's celebrate some of the most memorable moments in the DP World Tour so far. After kicking off in April of 1972 with the Spanish Open, the tour has seen its fair share of exciting matches and noteworthy champions from all over the globe. Celebrating the golden jubilee of the tournament, here are the top 5 moments that stand out. Starting off with number 5, the 1976 Dutch Open. At the age of 19, Spanish golfer Steve Ballesteros won the first of a record 50 European Tour titles at the Kennemer Golf and Country Club in Zandvoort. He won 8 shots over Howard Clark. Ballesteros had a remarkable run at the British Open a month prior, finishing tied for second behind Johnny Miller. He got off to a good start at the Dutch Open by shooting a 65. After shooting a second round 73, he finished the tournament with a 68 and took the lead with 18 holes to play. A final round of 69 was the deciding factor. Ballesteros would go on to become the youngest player in Tour history history to win the Order of Merit, which is roughly similar to the money title on the PGA Tour in the United States. Starting in 1976 and continuing through 1992, he won at least one European Tour event every year. He had an endearing persona and an unbelievable knack for bouncing back from almost any hole. Ballesteros, a two-time Masters champion and three-time British Open victor, passed away after battling cancer in 2011. Up next at number 4 with the 1989 Portuguese Open. It was a rout for Colin Montgomerie of Scotland, another player destined for tremendous success when he won his debut European Tour event, just like it was for Ballesteros. After shooting a final round 63, which included a 40-foot downhill putt on number 2, Montgomerie defeated 3 other players by 11 strokes to claim his first tour title in almost 5 years. A new record was also established for the 63-shot final round. After being named the Rookie of the Year in 1988, Colin Montgomerie went on to win the 1991 Scandinavian Masters by 1 shot over Steve Ballesteros and the 1993 Heineken Dutch Open by the same margin. It was then that Montgomerie became unstoppable. 8 times between 1993 and 2005, he was awarded the Order of Merit. He also consistently delivered in the Ryder Cup. In the singles competition, he was undefeated from 1991 to 2006, beating major winners including Payne Stewart and Ben Crenshaw. Moving on to number 3, the 1998 Johnny Walker Classic. The defending champion and world number 3 Ernie Els of South Africa entered the final round with a 1-shot lead over Nick Faldo of England and a 2-shot lead over Prayad Marksang of Thailand. The current world number 1, Tiger Woods, was 8 strokes behind Els. Despite Woods' incredible play, the gap seemed insurmountable, although to the contrary, it wasn't. After being 11 strokes behind after 36 holes, Woods scored a 7 under 65, while Els collapsed with a 73. Woods won the match after sinking a birdie putt from 14 feet on the second hole of sudden death, deserving it a number 3 spot in our rankings. Coming up at number 2 with the 2012 DP World Tour Championship.
Shot of his week with this club. Can you have another one here?
At the DP World Tour season finale in Dubai, 3 months after winning his second major victory at the PGA Championship, McIlroy nearly perfected his game. McIlroy won by 2 shots over England's Justin Rose, after shooting rounds of 66, 67, 66, and 66. He defeated Rose by making birdies in the last 5 holes. Shots of 20 and 6 feet, respectively, were made on holes 16 and 17. The win put McIlroy in the record books for European Tour earnings in a single season. In the same year, he also took the US money title. Finally, at number 1, the 2021 Bedford British Masters. Richard Bland, an Englishman, has never won during any of his 477 tries on the European Tour. Before that, his best finish had been second place at the 2002 Irish Open, which he lost in a playoff. Despite having 31 top 10s on the circuit, time was running out for the 48-year-old Bland. Then, the unexpected happened. A 6 under 66 in the final round, highlighted by a birdie from 25 feet on hole 18, was enough for Bland to defeat the Italian Guido Migliozzi in a playoff. Bland, who had only 1 bogey all week, was the oldest player to ever win the tour for the first time, and earning it our number 1 spot. And that's a wrap for this video. Which moment was the most memorable for you? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked the video, hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you at the next one.